If you want to buy cheap Ultimate Team coins, go and check out MMOPO.com and use the discount code EGHD at the checkout to get yourself 8% off your order. Hi guys, welcome back to Season 6. We have got new objectives released, new icon swaps challenges, and of course new objectives. I will be covering the objectives on my second channel, how to basically complete these as fast as possible and as cheap as possible, because obviously you need to put teams together to complete these challenges, and obviously you want to tie everything together so you can get it done as fast as possible. So go and check that out, Ezekiel FUT, the link will be in the description. Without further ado, let's go ahead and have a look at the season progress. Actually, before we do that, I'm very hyped about this. The team of the season started today, obviously, and it's just crazy the amount of cheap players that you get now from FIFA onwards at this point. So let's have a look actually at the icon swaps challenges. We have here FUT champions, and what a lot of people anticipated was more nationality related challenges. So for example, use a team of 11 English players, or 9 first owner English players or something like that. And what this is, they've basically re-released almost the same thing as they had in Season 5. So we've got, first of all, win 12 games with FUT champions. Very easy, you can do this over the course of the whole season. You don't need to do this in one weekend. And also win 5 rivals matches using 11 first owner players in your starting squad. So you can actually do this in one go. You could do multiple challenges together actually. You don't have to do one at a time. Then we have one here which is a little bit different. Win 5 rival matches using at least 2 players from Premier League, League 1, Serie A, Bundesliga and La Liga, which will be a little bit of a challenge because 2 players from each of those teams is obviously 10 players in total, so that leaves room for 1 player which can be obviously from the same league to keep chemistry good, or you can actually have an icon in the middle of a team. So for example, like in a 4-5-1 formation, if you put an icon as a centre mid, you're going to help out chemistry a lot, but obviously try to stick to a nationality throughout these teams so you can get that completed. Win 4 rivals matches with 9 first owner La Liga players. We saw that in the first one in Season 5, and that same goes for Bundesliga, Serie A, League 1 and Premier League. So all the objectives are pretty much identical apart from the World Beaters challenge. And then when it comes to the single player stuff, we actually have the combo ball again. So for those of you that don't know, you have to use players that are a special card. You can't do it from players from the Argentinian league or the Chilean league. It has to be a special coloured card from Sudamericana, Libertadores, or I think the other bronzy type cards, like Tevez, for example. And then the other teams we have is United States, you have EFL, and you also have German players. So those are the nationalities and teams, or leagues I should say, for the icon swap single players. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at the first set of challenges here on Season 6. So of course we start off with this one every single time. Coin boost reward, 1,000 coins for 5 games. Basically you're getting 5,000 coins in the bank for absolutely free, which is nice to have as your first level. Then we have the same packs we had in every season so far. A gold pack, which is 5k. Jumbo Premium gold pack, which I think is that 15? Or is it? Yeah, it's 15. And then we have a different kind of Tifus. You've got Wizards, Love, and some random guys looking really weird at you. And then we also have here Luis Figo, obviously Icon Moments card. His card is insane. He's got 4 stats that are 90 plus, and he's actually got 81 physical. His in-game stats are pretty mental. I've actually used, I think it was his mid card, and it was very good. I think obviously you can play him as a right wing, but it'd suit like a cam position quite well. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays. You get him for 7 games. Then you get quite a nice logo here, Serpent. You also get a dinosaur. Well, it's actually a king lizard, which in some ways is a little bit like a dinosaur. Then you have a fox as well. And I myself, I don't really mind what logos we get given. It doesn't change anything, but it is nice to have things that you can change in your club that you've been staring at the whole time. So I really like the logos they've gone with this time and the theme they've gone with. Jumbo Premium Gold Pack again, 15,000 coins. And then we've got some more stadium themes which are in line with the Tifus, which we've already seen. Jumbo Premium Gold 26 pack, so this is a slight upgrade to a 15k pack. And then we have the Icon Moments 93 rated Socrates, 5-star weak foot on his card. Obviously the bad thing about his card is his balance, but it gets boosted the most on this card. So for those of you that maybe want to go and get a Socrates at some stage, this will be a bit of a taste of what he can do if you get him. So 6'4", 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. What traits does he have? Power, header and flair, which aren't that useful really for an attacking player. Well, flair is, but power header really isn't. Apart from that, this card looks awesome. 99 shot power. Obviously, you probably want to put pace on him, maybe go for a hunter, but because his balance is low, I'd probably recommend an engine chem style to get a bit of pace, a bit of balance, and also just basically max out his passing. That would probably be nice because his shooting's already amazing. Now on the next page we have a new celebration. Let's have a look at the celebration. You can just about see it as he's ducked down. It's relaxed, so Looks like he's about to do a sit-up or something. I don't know what he's doing. So he's doing some stretches, doing a little glute stretch there. Next one we have the seahorse, and it looks like we're going for like a serpent kind of, well, not serpent theme. Is it serpent? No, it's like a fish aquarium kind of Aquarius theme. I don't know what I'm talking about now, but a lot of it is basically based on what's in the sea. So we've got pirates, we've got fish. I actually really like this. That's a really nice one, isn't it? A lot of people are going to use that. And also the seahorse there. I don't think many, well actually, it depends. I think this one's going to be picked the most, but either way, nice little upgrade to what we have currently. I actually like the football one at the moment, the little football logo. Let me know in the comments, guys, what logo, I know it's kind of random and off topic, but I want to know what logo have you used for the longest amount of time in FIFA 20, because I've used the original octopus, the green, I think it was the green logo or a snaky kind of thing at the start, and then also this football one which we had last season, which I really liked. But then we have a Jumbo Premium Gold 26 pack, which is the same, and then a small Prime Gold Players pack. I think that's worth about 25k. And then we have level 15 players, 87 rated now. So only a couple of seasons ago, 87, well I think it's 3 seasons ago when we got Philippe Anderson, he was our level 30 pick. Now level 15 obviously has been upgraded because we're getting on now in the game and they need to give us better players. But if you don't know, we have 2 5-star weak foot players in this list. The first one being Hagi. I knew straight away this player was a 5-star weak foot player because he has a, I think it's a man of the match card, which isn't very high rated. It might be like 80 rated or something like that, but it has some pretty decent stats, so I'm happy to see this. Now, there are 2 players in this list that are from the Scottish Premier League, and the other one is going to be from the MLS. So unfortunately, no top 5 leagues. Last time level 15, the most popular pick was the Japanese player, I think it's Maeda, and I went for Forsby myself, and a few players went for Sargent, but the most popular one was Forsby, obviously from the Serie A, a very popular league, and just fits into a lot of teams. Also, same nationality, I think, is it as Ødegaard? Maybe I'm getting mixed up with others, or maybe it's Haaland. I always get confused with the Denmark and Norway flag. But anyway, Hagi here, insane stats, 5-star weak foot, 3-star skills, which is a shame. So if you look at that, it's kind of like the same kind of combination as Belotti from season, last season, level 30. But he's not as strong. He's still got 76 strength, he's got 97 stamina, so I think this player, yeah, he will suit a cam position. You could probably play him striker. Actually, no, I don't really know, because his finishing and shot power at this point in the game is quite low. He's got bad volleys as well, and for those of you that don't really double tap pass with the, you know, the double tap pass button or double tap through ball, it won't matter too much, but for me, I use volleys quite a lot in the way that I go forward and attack. Passing stats are great for his short passing and vision. His dribbling's good, great agility, good balance. Well, it's okay and good dribbling. So I like the card. And also traits, it's got flair trait as well. Let's go across to the next one, which is Agudelo. He's got the flair trait as well with injury prone, so you're going to be spending a little bit on his injury cards. He's got 98 agility, but he's got worse balance at 62, 90 dribbling, 88 ball control, 82 stamina, 85 strength, 90 aggression. So yes, as a striker, what would you do? You'd have to go for a sniper chem style. He's got enough pace, so you don't need to put like a hawk or a hunter on him. The finishing needs to be boosted with the sniper chem style, and his balance is going to go up. His composure and reactions, I think, will go up as well with the sniper chem style. And I think so far, I would probably prefer an Agudelo, but it depends on what team of season players you can link with the Scottish players. And also, here we have ElYounoussi. I actually thought this player used to be a 5-star skiller. I might be wrong. Let me know in the comment section. I might be getting confused with another player that has a similar name. But I think at some point here he was a 5-star skiller. He's got 4-star, 4-star. So let me check the previous one. So we had 5-star weak foot on Agudelo and 4-star skills, which is that's nice. It's an upgrade to Hagi. Then we have this guy who's 4-star, 4-star. And let's have a look at his in-game stats. So first of all, this one's got the best balance and agility and just general dribbling combination. He's got great stamina, 91 for a level 15 player. You're looking at some great stats here. His finishing is relatively low, but he's very fast. So what would you do with a card like this? What position would you play him in? 4-star, 4-star. I guess you could play him in a cam position. You could put a sniper. There's actually a lot of different chem styles and different approaches you could go with here. So the good thing about this card is the nationality. You've got Haaland, which has obviously a Future Stars card. You've got loads of different versions of him, so you can link into a Bundesliga team. You've got Odegaard from La Liga, which hopefully you guys have kept. You may have used him for, you know, like a cheaper SBC or something. And you also have Forsby from the previous season. So I've still got my Forsby. I've still got Odegaard. I went for the 85. I didn't bother going for 87. So this is probably more of the card I'm leaning towards. If not, probably Agudelo. I think as a super sub, he would be pretty nice. And the combination of 4-star skills with the 5-star weak foot entices me more in. But overall, guys, there's not one here that I feel like is really shouting out as the best player. None of them come from the top 5 leagues. The nationalities are quite difficult to link in, so it's really dependent on the players that you have in your club, especially untradeable players that you might struggle to get into teams. Try and pick one that you can kind of link in. So I think, yeah, obviously this one is the hardest to link in because of the nationality and league. But then if you have any American players, maybe a Para you can link with. And then for ElYounoussi, obviously the 3 players that we've just mentioned. So yeah, I think the best 2 picks standing out for me, and I'm probably going to end up going for my road to glory, is between these 2, although I still love Hagi. Obviously times change. You might have your eyes set on like picking one player, but as you play the game you might get a player untradeable, so don't always go for one player. Like, keep thinking about your team and which players might be good to pick. So, and then on the next page we have some more Tifus to match the logos we've been getting, going with a shark theme here, as well as Shogun and Beach Party. So most of them, yeah, they are sea themed, although I don't think Shogun is sea related, so I don't really know what the theme is going on here. But premium gold players pack, mega pack, so 35k, and Chomps the Shark here as well. I think that's quite a nice logo. We also have a Ram and also Beach Party. I do like these 2 logos. I'm a big fan of, like, you know, when like esports, they have logos. I'm a big fan of like that cartoonish looking thing, so I think I'm going to go with one of these 2. I really like the red colours though, so I'm probably going to go for a red one. And then we have the Rare Electrums player pack, and then we have again Chomps the Shark, Shogun, and the 12th. The 12th is a bit weird. It's kind of like some people cheering you on. I think I'm probably going to go down the route of Chomps the Shark or Shogun. Then we have again some more fish, Fighting Fish, Deep Ocean, and the Yacht Club. I think that one's pretty cool, stands out in different colours. Then we have a Prime Gold Players Pack and 2 Prime Gold Players Pack back to back. Then we have a Thumbs Up Celebration. So let's have a look at this. Okay, I'm pretty sure I saw this in previous FIFAs or something close to this. That's actually quite a cool celebration. A little bit annoying, but obviously all the celebrations in FIFA are annoying. But that's quite cool. I'm probably going to use that one. Then we have Emeralds Hold, Strength and Valor, Swashbuckler. What the hell? That's a really weird name, but these are very colourful. Jeez, they are very colourful. Got a dragony kind of thing on here. Reminds me of Game of Thrones. What a disappointing end to that season. Anyway, Rare Players Pack, 50k pack, untradeable. And then we have a Clutch Celebration, which you can just about see. So, oh, it's a basketball kind of shot. Celebrating. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So now you've seen the back end of it. Celebrating. I kind of like that. You guys can't really see it that well. But that's quite nice. And then we have the Tifus for the logos or the stadium themes that we just looked at. And then finally, guys, probably the main reason why you're here is who to pick at level 30. So we have Gotze, Pedro, and Umtiti. So the first thing I thought about this was, I remember I completed FIFA 19 Flashback Gotze. It's quite actually at the start of the game. I think he was like 87 or 88 rated. He was quite a low rated flashback card. And then we had Pedro actually as a flashback card, which I've never done. But we have a lot of 5-star weak foot players. So Pedro is a 5-star weak foot player. Obviously, Gotze is 4-star, 4-star. But we also have, basically, this is the Lengley storyline card that we wanted. It's the same nationality, it's the same team. And this is going to throw the cat amongst the pigeons, because these picks are getting a lot more closer, you know, between the 3 different cards. Like in previous seasons, the first few seasons, it was obvious which one's better, but now it's really hard to pick. So let's go through and have a look at Gotze first. Now obviously a German player from the German league. This is someone that if you've got maybe an untradeable Foot Birthday Eggstein or whatever his name is, or some other untradeable Bundesliga players, or you've gone specifically for some Bundesliga players in the past, Zakaria, you've got maybe an Alaba in the club, Boateng, Scholes, Winter Refresh. Like if you're going down the Bundesliga route, this is obviously the player that you need to be going for. But at the same time, like he could be a good player to have in the club because he's got Great dribbling, great passing. He's got some amazing stats. The thing about his card that I didn't like, I think it was on past FIFAs, was that he had quite low stamina. 88 stamina is okay, but I think even at this point, it's still classed as slightly below average. Also, when it comes to his pace, his top speed or his sprint speed is quite low, so don't be deceived by the 87 pace. He's going to feel a little bit too slow. His dribbling is going to feel great because the acceleration combines with the agility, the balance, the dribbling. And overall, yeah, I mean, it's a nice card, but actually thinking about it on second thoughts, it's not really going to be a great super sub. Like, you can probably buy a lot of these team of the season cards coming out for under 100,000 coins that are going to be just as good as Gotze, if not better. So from a super sub perspective, I wouldn't pick him. Definitely go for a pick which you can put into your starting 11 here. But let's just say his dynamic image looks pretty cool with that little face protector mask on. But then we have Pedro. Now, Pedro, I'm gutted I never used him in the previous FIFA, his flashback cards, but he is basically a cam. Even though he starts as a right wing, I think the position that he really suits is the cam position. He's got great stamina, and I think just looking at his in-game stats, I think he's going to perform very close to the likes of a Bruno Fernandes. I've had his winter refresh card for a while now, and it feels very good in game. I've been playing him as a cam. Occasionally, if I need to go all-out attack, he can drop into the midfield because he's got good defending stats. And also as a striker, if you don't know where to put him, basically, if you need to change a formation and just go all out attack, you can put him anywhere. Now, something good about Pedro, even though he does have 5-star weak foot, we've got the outside the foot shot trait, which is what basically makes Ben Yedder's shooting insane. That's going to make Pedro's shooting insane as well. I think Ben Yedder has a finesse shot. I'm not 100% sure on that, but finesse shot and outside the foot shot is a lovely combination to have for cams and players that don't necessarily get right up close to the goal, because finesse shots, for example, Raul has the finesse shot, and I've been using him because I got him in my Prime Icon pack. He just bangs shots at the edge of the box, and it's just amazing. So yeah, in terms of his in-game stats, what would I go with? I think it's very clear that you would just have to go and put a Hunter Chem style on him to get that sprint speed up to 97, to get his shot power up to, what would it be, 98? And then his finishing will get a little boost as well. His volleys will go up because his volleys is only 80. Not that it's necessarily needed, and it depends on play style, but his passing's already good enough. His agility, balance, and dribbling is already good enough. His defending, you don't really need to touch it, although his defensive awareness and interceptions is good, actually. So that's another reason why maybe a cam position would really suit him. 91 stamina is going to be great, although high work rates means that he is going to try to get involved defensively quite a bit. So you're going to notice that he might lose a bit of stamina. So if you do go for him, make sure you put the conservative interceptions on so he doesn't get too involved. That's if you want it to be like that. Obviously, some people prefer just for the attacker to get involved. That's fine. Now, the last player is going to be Lengley or Umtiti. Literally, like, this is Lengley to me. I've been using Lengley pretty much all year because of how easy it is to get him into teams. I love Stegen, Semedo right back, and just Varane as well. Like, this is going to be a big one. And I think this card out of all three cards straight away is the best player to fit a meta that also goes for cheap teams as well as the top tier teams. Obviously, being German from the German league, that's important as well, but I feel like there are lots of other options. I know there's options like Lengley. There's no special cards for Lengley. There's Varane. There's loads of special versions of Varane. But yeah, this is probably the best in terms of chemistry links, meta, and everything. So Umtiti, let's have a look at his in-game stats. 90 overall, first of all. He's got 3-star weak foot, 2-star skills. Doesn't matter too much. High defensive work rate, medium attacking. That's probably one of the best combinations. You don't want high attacking and, you know, medium defensive or something. It's not ideal to have that. So in terms of his pace, he's going to feel like PK in a sense of he's got the high sprint speed, but his acceleration is lower. I think PK's extremes are a bit more, but it's better to have that combination as a centre back, because if you do get caught in a counter attack from the halfway line, he can still hit a top speed that's going to stay with the attacker. You know, if you're playing against Werner as a super sub in the extra time, you need to have that top speed. Also, when you put a shadow on him, it's going to boost his acceleration by 15, so he's going to have 89 acceleration and 91 sprint speed, so that is more than enough. Strength is very good. Aggression is, I think it should be a little bit better. Personally, my God, there is a massive spider walking along my desk. It's huge. Like, I can't turn the camera around because it's on like a little stick. But anyway, carrying on, his stats are really good. Defending, 92 interceptions, 92 defensive awareness, 93 standing tackles. So even though it says 91 defending, His heading accuracy is a little bit weak, but defenders rarely use their head these days. They don't need to jump, they don't need to win headers. Obviously, it's important to have there, otherwise people might abuse Cristiano Ronaldo against you. But generally speaking, FIFA 20, it doesn't matter too much. So 91 defending is more like 92 or 93. His dribbling's okay, agility and balance is passable. At this stage of the game, that's perfectly fine. His reactions 90, composure 90 is good, but it's not amazing. So this card, for me, I'm excited for, but at the same time, I may change my mind going towards this card as Team of the Season develops. You know, there might be a card, I might have two centre-backs that are just better than Umtiti. At the moment, I have Ogbonna and Miranda, which I've got Miranda on 8 chemistry, obviously more pace, but then you don't get the full chemistry bonus. So, like, I don't know which player to go for at the moment. Gotze is an obvious choice for people that have Bundesliga teams. If you don't have a Bundesliga team, or, well, you know what, even if you have German players, it's still not worth going for him. Like, let's say, for example, we have Sane player moments. I still don't recommend going for Gotze because you're going to have to go down the Bundesliga route. So this is for Bundesliga accounts only, really. It's between Pedro and Umtiti for me, and that is going to be dependent on what happens over the next 41 days, because that's a long time. I think Umtiti is the best player for most people in terms of building teams and sticking into a team. It's just Pedro is more of like, maybe if, for example, like myself, I've got Prime Raul. Obviously, I can get a strong link with Pedro. I don't need chemistry with my right back if I've got Raul as a cam and say a 4-5-1. So, like, it's all dependent on the players that you have in your club, guys. But let me know who you want to pick, and also let me know some other chemistry links or any other reasons why you might pick a player that I've missed out. Sometimes when I'm so excited with these new season releases, I forget to mention something. So it's always nice to see your opinion and help on this in the comment section. It might help someone else out that's watching this video. If you've enjoyed the video, guys, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you also go out and check my second channel for some advice on completing the team of the season so far, Thuram and also Tony as well. The link will be at the top of the description. Until next time, guys, good luck with season 30. Hopefully you get to level 30 so you can unlock all of these sick players. I can't wait, man. It's going to be sick. I can't wait for team of the season. I'm going to open up loads of packs. I'm also going to show you how to get cheap packs from the League SBC grinds on my second channel too. Another shout out. Loads of shout outs for my second channel. But anyway, guys, I've been waffling for so long. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.